Tonight, when the sun goes down, you're gonna do something your ancestors couldn't even dream of. You're gonna flip a switch. Light will instantly flood the room, and you won't give it a second thought. But think about this. For 99.9% of human history, that simple gesture didn't exist. For millennia, sunset meant the arrival of absolute primal darkness. The kind of pitch black where you couldn't see your own hand in front of your face. Modern humans have zero experience with this. For over 300,000 years, every single one of your ancestors spent roughly half their lives in near total darkness. No candles, no light bulbs, just a black sky, the stars, and whatever fire they could desperately keep alive. So, what the hell did they actually do for all those terrifying hours? The answer completely rewrites everything we think we know about sleep, evolution, the art of storytelling, and what it truly means to be human. It all started with domesticating fire. The earliest solid evidence of humans controlling flames takes us to Wonderwork Cave in South Africa, roughly 1 million years ago. But fire didn't just keep people warm, it completely re-engineered the human day. Before that, our ancestors obeyed the strict culinary rules of the wild. You either eat or you get eaten. The second the sun dipped, you climbed a tree, hid in a bush, and stayed dead silent until dawn. Moving around in the dark turned you into a free midnight snack for predators. Our night vision is an absolute joke compared to leopards or wolves. Fire changed the equation overnight, literally. A campfire created a protective dome roughly 30 feet in diameter. Inside that glowing circle, you were the king of nature. Outside, you were a side dish. Anthropologists dryly noted that natural selection was simple. Those who went outside for a breath of fresh air at night were instantly deleted from the gene pool.
Besides keeping you from being digested, flames gave humanity an unprecedented luxury: extra time. Before fire, a productive day ended strictly at sunset, forcing people into hours of mandatory boredom. Fire suddenly injected a solid 2 to 3 hours into every single day. Over thousands of generations, this artificial extension of the day quietly hacked our evolution, forcing wild hominids to develop bigger brains. In 2014, anthropologist Polly Wisner studied a tribe in the Kalahari Desert living like our ancient ancestors, and she discovered a hilarious detail. During the day, 80% of their conversations are just boring office talk: who's hunting where, how many berries to pick, and resource management. Daytime speech was just work. But at night, around the fire, while predators growled in the dark, things flipped. Over 81% of conversations turned into dark comedies, gossiping about neighbors and creepy myths. Turns out, human culture was born from a desire to talk shit in the dark before something ate you.
But the night wasn't just about telling ghost stories. Human biology was never actually hardwired for that monolithic 8-hour sleep block that corporate America drags out of us today. In 2001, historian Roger Eckerch started a revolution. Digging through ancient archives, court records, and medieval medical manuals, he discovered over 500 historical references to first sleep and second sleep. As it turns out, before the industrial era, people slept in 2 completely separate shifts. They went to bed right after dusk, slept for about 4 hours, and then collectively woke up in the middle of the night. This wasn't some mass mental illness. People stayed awake for an hour or two around midnight, and then peacefully drifted back to sleep until dawn. If you woke up at 3 a.m. in a medieval house today, you'd find your entire family wide awake, chilling and doing chores in total darkness.
So what exactly did our ancestors do during this midnight intermission between sleeps? Absolutely anything they could think of. 16th century French doctors explicitly recommended that married couples conceive children during this window. They claimed that after a hard day's work, the body had rested up during first sleep, making the process way more efficient. For those whose love lives weren't thriving, these hours, known as the watch, were used for other business. People went out to trespass on their neighbor's property, prayed, analyzed their fresh nightmares, or just lay there in dead silence contemplating their mortality. For centuries, modern historians shamefully mistranslated these terms because their capitalism-warped brains couldn't comprehend that sleeping without a break is a modern invention. But soon, this historical weirdness was backed up by brutal laboratory experiments. In 1992, psychiatrist Thomas Ware ran an experiment that today would look like psychological torture. He locked a group of volunteers in a facility completely stripped of artificial light. For an entire month, the poor participants spent 14 hours in pitch-black darkness every single night. The researchers expected them to go insane, but instead, a miracle happened. Within a couple of weeks, their bodies automatically triggered an ancient genetic program without any outside help. They started sleeping exactly like their ancestors. 4 hours of sleep, 2 hours of meditative staring into the dark, and 4 more hours of sleep. When scientists measured their hormones during that midnight wakeful window, they were blown away. The brain was pumping out massive amounts of prolactin, the exact hormone released during deep meditation or after a massive orgasm. People felt completely at peace, happy, and enlightened. And that's exactly the state of mind tech progress stole from us.
What killed this nightly bliss? Our obsessive need to light everything up. In the 17th century, King Louis XIV got sick of his subjects getting mugged in the Parisian dark, so he ordered the first street lamps to be installed. After France, London followed. The night, which for centuries belonged to monsters, witches, and wild beasts, began to capitulate. Cheap paraffin arrived, then gas lamps, and in 1879, Edison executed the darkness with his electric light bulb. In just 1 century, we erased a rhythm that took 300,000 years. The very word curfew comes from the Old French couvre-feu, meaning cover the fire. In medieval towns, the law required extinguishing fires at night, not for fire safety, because a decent person belongs in bed at night. If you were caught outside without a lantern, you were automatically a criminal. Today, we've turned the night into a non-stop shift and call it civilization. By defeating the darkness, we won chronic burnout. The modern human stares at smartphone screens for hours after sunset. Our ancient brain is a pretty simple guy. It sees no difference between an iPhone LED and the midday sun. When you're scrolling through memes at 11 p.m., your brain panics, blocks melatonin, and screams, "Yo, it's noon. What do you mean sleep?" The result? Fragmented sleep and looking like a walking zombie in the morning. We completely wiped out an entire phase of human consciousness, that blissful midnight stillness. Today, if we wake up at 2 a.m., we have a panic attack, call it insomnia, and pop sleeping pills like candy. But spoiler alert, your body isn't broken. It's working perfectly. That's just your inner caveman waking up to check if a saber-toothed tiger is creeping up on your bed. Too bad that instead of a tiger, it's just a student loan statement sitting on your nightstand.